Makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine. Even if you call me
into a video reaction like right off the bat, because something very important. I don't want to say was revealed. So we talked about Matt Walsh and What Is a Woman, and if you watch the documentary, you'll remember that there was a very specific lady in the documentary who was anonymous, and she was a teammate of Leah Thomas. You know, the male swim guy who transitioned to a woman. He was trash when he was swimming with the men, and then he transitioned into a woman, allegedly, and then dominated at Penn State. And so, oh no, it's not Penn State. Is it Penn State? Yeah, Penn State. So, and then, you know, he dominated, and so it created this whole controversy, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And so she has now revealed herself. And so we're going to take a listen to not the entire interview, because the interview is like 30 minutes long, but there is a portion of it that Matt Walsh actually clipped himself that I think is very important for you to see, and we're going to react to it right now. As soon as I get my shit together. All right. Let's get it. All right.
From the real women on the team. And so, because many of us have wondered, you know, when these men are invading women's sports, why aren't the women on the team, is worth listening to. But I want to play this one part for you, okay? Paula talks about how the university would shut down dissent from the real women on the team. And so, because many of us have wondered, you know, when these men are invading women's sports, why aren't the women on the teams speaking out more? What are they saying behind the scenes? There's no way they're okay with this. How could they be okay with it? Well, I asked her about that, and she talks about it in some detail. And she says that the university had a meeting where they sat all the girls down, and Leah Thomas was not at the meeting. Okay, he wasn't there. And they sat everyone down. They brought in the activists from the campus LGBT center, and they basically told all the girls to fall in line. And also offered them psychological counseling to help heal their mental problems that would cause them to object in the first place. Okay, so there was a real campaign of intimidation, coercion.
All right. You're welcome, ARC. I appreciate you. I wasn't able to make it. No, I did go to his stream. I probably didn't stay the entire time. So, but yeah, though, I go and check it out. And I hope that you're having a better. I know sometimes you're going through it, so I hope that you're having a better year. And peace and love to you. Okay.
And this sort of psychological manipulation and gaslighting that went on to make the girls on the team feel crazy for not being okay with having a naked man in the locker room or having their opportunity stolen from them by a man competing on the team. And that campaign was apparently very effective. So here she is talking a little bit about that. Listen.
So prior to that meeting, I would have one-on-one conversations with pretty much everyone on the team. Say, hey, like, you know.
By the way, she is very attractive. Well, not very attractive. Attractive.
I don't think this is right. Yeah, I don't think it's right either. Another teammate actually said to me, I think Leah's record should have an asterisk. Or someone said, I think Leah should compete exhibition. Or, you know, I don't think this is going to go on for much longer. Like, someone's going to step in and end this. And I had these conversations with so many of my teammates. I would say most people on the team had this opinion. And then after that meeting, they really scared us. It was scary. And I was petrified. I went home that night and I called my brother on the phone and I said, can I even talk about this with you? Like, is there something wrong with me for thinking that this is wrong? Whatever, like, it worked. The university wanted us to be quiet and they did it in a very effective way. Like, they continue to just tell us that our opinions were wrong and that if we had an issue with it, we were the problem. And it's frightening and your future job is on the line and everything else you want to accomplish. So of course it worked. And then after that point, no one would talk about it anymore. Like, if they effectively, you know, silenced us even within talking to each other.
She also tells, and again, you can go to Twitter or YouTube and find the interview.
You saw what she had to say there, right? That, and you got to think about this from the perspective of a woman. You know what I'm saying? To have an entire organization like Penn State literally telling you to keep your mouth closed about it when you know it's wrong. We're talking about men, okay, biological men competing with women in their sports, and they're coming in and telling you you're going to be quiet about it. You got to watch the entire interview because it's crazy to me. Now, I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking they're forcing them to be quiet because they want to continue to get those ESG points so they can continue to get those loans from BlackRock or Vanguard or whatever the case may be, which we're going to get into, by the way, in a second. And I'll let you know what I'm talking about. But let's continue to see.
I think it's about 30 minutes long. The whole story is worth hearing. There's a lot more there about what they did to these women. She gives one specific example of a teammate of hers who was very against this, and she said, "Hey, I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk to someone. I'm going to have a meeting with the administration and speak up." And she did, and then she came back, and it was like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was she came back and she said, "Well, this is actually a really good thing. It's really beautiful."
That's another thing that's extremely scary, right? You're talking to somebody whom you both agree on a particular subject, and you're both saying this is wrong, we need to do something about this, and that person decides to go into the office and talk to an official about, their problems or how they feel about the situation. And when that person comes back, their entire mind is changed. It's like everything they were saying before, they're saying the complete opposite, as if they were brainwashed. That's about as scary, right? That's about as scary as, I don't know if y'all remember that story. And maybe y'all don't. Y'all probably don't even know about this story. Let me bring it up. So there was a TikToker. Who disappeared. There was a TikToker who disappeared, right? I'm gonna pull this up over here. So there's a TikToker who disappeared. I'm just gonna pull this over here for a second. We're gonna get back to the video. So he was like this fashion dude online. He looks real sweet, but ignore the fact that he looks sweet. All right. He was a fashion guy. He used to come up with all of these fashion designs on TikTok, and he was famous for doing that. And then what happened was that Balenciaga showed off a fashion design that he felt was stolen from him. He felt like they got it from his TikTok. And so he started to complain about it. And then he explored the option of taking Balenciaga to court. And so Balenciaga reached out to him and said, hey, we apologize. We'll fly you in and we can discuss whatever. And then he was never heard from again. And then boom, this pops up in a Balenciaga store. Now, this person says the mannequin is a past model named Chris. They both just have twists and they're black. They look nothing alike. Chris has also gone live saying he is alive and well. They're saying deep fakes exist. And that's fine. I don't know though. I don't know. So, but the idea of it is scary. So when you have somebody go into the office and say, I'm going to complain about something, and then they return as if they never had a complaint about, man, that's scary. That's scary. Hypnotic is in the chat. What's up, my guy? I appreciate you for stopping by. So yeah, though, bro, like, if you say you go, once again, imagine going into the office and you say, I'm gonna complain about this, and then you come back a completely different person, like, oh yeah, this is amazing, this is great. That's scary. Let's continue.
Powerful that Leah is here. Change just like that on a dime. The CEO of Innovation Refunds and Get Refunds. There's no upfront. So go to Get. Really struck me. And I remember this the first time we talked to Paula back for the interview. And she even admits that she herself began questioning her own judgment and common sense. she started to think, well, am I wrong here? Is everyone around me is affirming it, and all the authority figures are affirming it, and the school is, and I look around on campus, it's all affirming it and saying this is good, and so am I the crazy one? Now you might hear that and think, well, you have to be very weak-minded to question, but no, not at all. This is
For the
psychological
record, for the ladies out there, it is not weak-minded for a woman to question, like women. It's the nature of a woman to kind of go with the crowd. You get what I'm saying? It's not on a woman to really like be brave like that unless it's in regards to her children. Not saying that a woman can't be brave, but a woman's not obligated to do that. So typically what happens is how businesses and different organizations pressure women is they make women think that going against the grain has deep social ramifications, whether it's right or wrong. This is how feminism became such a big deal. Even if you don't agree with feminism, it's hard for a woman. It's hard not to agree with feminism when all of the women in your vicinity are riding with it. It's men who typically like a man. If he believes in one thing, he don't give a fuck if there's 100 men around him who believe in the opposite. He gonna stand 10 toes down and like, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. This is what I believe. And that's not, I want to reiterate, that's not a negative on women. That's just the nature of the beast. Women are very social creatures in that isolation isn't something that they want. And so in this particular situation, she was questioning herself because she knew that Leah Thomas competing against the women was wrong, but the entire organization pretty much coerced. Boy, let me just continue with the video, man.
Impact of people being made to feel isolated. And you know, when the messaging all around you is like, this is okay, this is good, this is okay, this is good, and they're beating you over the head with it, eventually it starts to break down your psychological defenses. And then on top of it, because she also talks about this in the interview, and I think this is one of the reasons why this sort of thing is especially effective on women, is that if you are an empathetic person and you care about other people, you want other people to feel good and be happy and all that, not only are they manipulating you and they're intimidating you and coercing you and they're gaslighting you, but they're also playing on that. They're taking advantage and exploiting that. They're taking, and it's so sinister because they're taking something that's good about you, which is that you're compassionate, you're empathetic, and you care about people, and you don't want to hurt people's feelings, and that's a good thing, and they're turning it against you.
Which is why women need to bite the bullet and understand you need toxic, misogynistic men to help you fight this war. Because we don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. Men do not give a shit. Hypnotic does not give a shit. Reed, shout out to Reed over on Rumble. He doesn't give a shit. You need toxic, masculine, misogynistic men, because let's be keeping it a bean. Y'all love misogynistic men. Y'all need us to help y'all fight this because we don't give a shit. We get it. Y'all are empathetic. You are passionate. You care about other people. You don't want to see nobody's feelings get hurt. You want everybody to feel included. But guess what? We don't. And we're willing to pull out a sword or fall on the sword to get out there and protect what we believe in. That is our job. That's why y'all got to stop getting in our fucking way and let us do what the fuck men are supposed to do in order to protect you, our children, and our country. Because this ain't it. This is not it at all. Facts. Let us fight the war. Stop getting in our way. Stop telling us how to be men. Let us fight this. It's not on you to fight Leah Thomas and the transgenders fighting women in the octagon and running against you in relays and on the track. It's on us, but you got to get out of our fucking way. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to give up the power you have in society. So, in my opinion, until women agree to get the fuck out of the way and let us fight the wars and let us be men and do what our job is to do, which is to protect you, our children, and this country, then we're gonna let you fight this on your own. I mean, Matt Walsh isn't. Matt Walsh is deep in this war. Matt Walsh ain't backing down. So yeah. So that's that. We're gonna give Matt Walsh a break. All right. Shout out to ARC who says she has to check out. She's getting ready to go mod. I appreciate you for stopping by. You enjoy the rest of your day. I hope your day gets better. And once again, happy belated birthday. All right.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, hey. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel.